वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. A very warm welcome to entire Sangat in today's talk. Have you ever felt and don't understand where to go, right or left? Have you ever had a thought when you don't understand what is right and what is wrong? Or did this ever happen in your life when you know you are doing something wrong, but still you do that thing because at that time maybe you feel good? So whenever we have other thought in our mind, whenever we are thinking whether I'm doing a right thing or wrong, this is called duality. So this is our topic for today, and we'll try to understand or we'll try to get answers of these kind of questions in the light of Gurbani, and we'll try to understand how to deal with this duality. If we are going somewhere and it's a long road, just one simple road, we can go for miles and miles without any tension, without getting worried. And while talking to someone else, we can go easily for miles and miles. But once we reach to a position or a T point when there are more roads, one is going in right, one is going in left, or we may reach to a chunk where there are four ways, we may go straight, we may go right or left, then problem arises. The moment we don't know where to go, right or left, then we are in duality, we are thinking, which path should I choose? Nowadays, with the help of internet or with all other alternatives, we are able to find our way in the life. But in our inner life, for mental peace, our body is also going somewhere. We also have a destination. In our life, we know, but we like duality as well. As an example, we like to order, we like our ego, we like lust, anger. Also, we like kindness, calmness, happiness, joyfulness, but we also like anger. We like to give orders to someone. We like to screw someone. A lot of things. So we want to do good things as well as bad things. Duality. In Gurbani, it is called as an Duja Pao as well. Pa Doe. It is a month related to duality. Pa Doe Param Pulaniya. Duja Lagga Hit. Pa Doe, duality, two ways. And we love both things. We love to steal money, maybe we love to rob, but we love to donate as well. And one another thing, the reason behind we are so confused what is right or what is wrong, because a lot of people, majority of people may be going on the wrong path. But we normally say, even in Punjabi, भी इन्ने लोग गलत थोड़ी हो सकते हैं. Crowd cannot be wrong. If millions or thousands of people, millions of people are going this way and another way, if I can't see anyone, which means they should be right. Bhagat Kabir, he also faced the same situation in his life. He also said, on the path, on my way, I cannot see anyone. I'm alone walking on this path. It's written in Gurbani. Kabir, jeh marg pandit gaye, pache pari bahir. एक अवकट काटी राम की तह चढ़ रहे हो कबीर, चहमारक पंडित गए. Whenever pundits, scholars, knowledgeable person, intelligent persons, it's crowd. Everywhere it's too much crowd. Even if we choose any field nowadays, we'll find crowd. But एक अवकट काटी राम की तह चढ़ रहे हो कबीर. Kabir ji is saying, on the path where I'm going, I can't see anyone. एक अवकट काटी राम की. So one thing we need to understand, doesn't mean if many people are going in one way, that path is right. Quantity doesn't make path right. We need to take guidance. And we are always in duality. We are doing good things in our life, and as well we are doing bad things. We are reciting the name of the Lord, but on the other hand, maybe we are abusing other people. A lot of things are happening. Let's try to understand with the story of Pai Choga. He was in the time of Guru Gobind Singh. This is what happens in our life. Sometimes we are good, sometimes we are bad. Same person, we can see on one day, maybe he's speaking so politely, he's so calm, he's so happy, he looks so peacefully. Like we, as soon we see his face, we may realize he's just filled with peace and joy. Another day, maybe we can see his angry face, not more calm. This is what happened in the life of Pai Choga, duality. He was a Sikh. Basically, he was from Peshawar, but he was staying with Guru Gobind Singh Ji at Anandpur Sahib, Punjab. His family was in Peshawar, but Pai Choga Singh Ji was in Anandpur Sahib for a long time from his childhood. Later, the family of Pai Choga Singh Ji, they found a girl for Pai Choga Ji and they fixed marriage. Came to Guru Gobind Singh Ji and asked for permission and told that we found a girl and we fixed a marriage, so we want to bring Pai Choga Singh Ji along with us. Guru Sahib Ji said, all right. But Guru Gobind Singh Ji told to Pai Choga Ji, whenever I'll call you, immediately you need to come. You may go now. It's okay. Get married. Spend your time with your family. But if I need you, I'll send you a letter. So as soon you will get my message, immediately, whatever you would be doing, you just leave that thing and come to me. Then Pai Choga Ji went to Peshawar. Now, what happened? Guru Gobind Singh Ji sent a letter by a Sikh to Pai Choga Ji that come to Anandpur Sahib immediately. The moment that Sikh reached there, it was marriage ceremony was happening of Pai Choga Singh Ji. It did not complete yet. It may take 2 more lamas. He just took first 2 lamas at that time. And or overall, we may say it was still more 5 to 10 minutes were needed for that marriage ceremony. But that Sikh gave that letter to Pai Choga Ji in between that marriage ceremony. And it was written there, as soon you read this letter, immediately come to me. Now, it was completely different situation. Family said, you may wait for 5 to 10 minutes, get married, then go. Because marriage ceremony in Sikhism, we take 4 lamas around Guru Granth Sahib in clockwise. So it was just happened 2. 2 more were left. Then final prayer, Ardas. So few things were pending. But Pai Choga Singh Ji said, no, I told to Guru Gobind Singh Ji, I'll come immediately. So I'm leaving right now. Marriage can be postponed. I'll get married later. The moment he was going, now what, as we are discussing about duality, our mind, it's so subtle. so sharp. It can go anywhere so quickly. Sometimes we are good, sometimes we are bad, sometimes we are religious, sometimes maybe we are just filled with vices, sometimes with virtues. So at that time, he was just filled, he was in with the virtues, and he said, no, I'm leaving right now. But on the way, he thought, what a great Sikh I am. Guru Gobind Singh Ji could not have a Sikh like me who is following his order in that way. I could get married and take 5 minutes more, but I denied. Wow, what a great Sikh I am. This kind of feelings we also get if we actually not donation like this one, to whom we make all donations sometimes. So if we donate something, actually this one, if we help someone, sometimes we also feels, wow, I have done something, rather than thinking, thank you Vaheguruji for taking seva from me. But sometimes we feel like I have done something, otherwise it could not happen without me. Okay, so story continues, Saki continues. He started feeling in the same way. I am a greatest Sikh. And one another thing, values comes one by one, voices comes all together sometimes. Virtues may take more time. Sometimes we just, maybe a person is kind, then trying to be more compassionate, more contentment. We're trying to bring one by one, we're trying to get more virtues, more values. But voices are on the different way. If you can allow a one voice, then it may, or we had opened a door for another's as well. So as soon ego arises in him, he started feeling, then another lust also came into his mind. It was a late night. He was going through a village and he stopped there and he saw a dancer who was doing dance on the floor, and he wanted to go inside because now he was not only filled with ego but also with lust. Then he thought, nobody knows me here, I can go easily. The moment he was about to go, he found a watchman, a person who was standing on the door of that place. He was also a Sikh. Then he felt a little bit shy and went through, and he thought, I'll come later. Once the Sikh will go, and then I can go inside. He came again and again on different times, but again and again he was able to see the same Sikh. Then it was about Amrit Vela after 3, Raat da Chautha Pair, early morning. Still, this by Joga Singh, who did not stop for 5 more minutes to complete his marriage ceremony, he spent few hours to see that lady, that dancer, put a lot of efforts. The moment he tried to go again, then that Sikh said, by Joga, it's early morning. Nitnem da vela ho gaya. It's time to recite the name of the Lord. Do meditation. Remember Lord. Do Nitnem. What are you doing here? He felt so ashamed. Went back. Did prayer. Nitnem. Met Guru Gobind Singh Ji. And after some time, he met Guru Gobind Singh Ji after a few minutes. As soon he reached Anandpur Sahib, and he saw the face of Guru Gobind Singh Ji and said, like, you are looking so tired. It seems like you did not sleep yesterday night. Then Guru Gobind Singh Ji said, and Guru Gobind Singh Ji smiled. You are the one who did not let me sleep, by Joga Singh Ji. I was standing there. I was trying to stop you again and again. And then I told you to do your Nitnem. So I could not able to sleep because I was taking care of my Sikh of Bhai Joka. He put his head on the feet of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, apologized. I am sorry, he said. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji forgave him, hugged him tightly. He said, "It's all right. ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਜੋਗੇ ਹਾਂ, ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ ਜੋਗਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਜੋਗਾ. I'm here for you." So the same Sikh of Guru Gobind Singh Ji's time, at one moment, even he did not touch his wife, or she could be his wife in just few minutes. But the same Sikh wanted to go to a dancer's house. This is what is happening in our life too. We are in duality. We are doing both things. Duja Pao. We love Kam, we love Ram. We love to steal money, we love to donate money. We are trying to maintain balance. But the real thing is, if we are going forward one step and coming back one step, after 10 years, we are on the same stage. We are not going anywhere. Ek kadam agge, ek kadam piche. We are going forward, backward, forward, backward. We are not going anywhere. Definitely, we are better than those who are going backward all the time. But if we have something else in our mind to attain another situation, then we need to work. So this is duality. Duality, because of dubida, why we fall in this trap? As we just heard a story of Pai Jogaji, he was the one who could able to leave his wife, and later he wanted to go and touch another lady. Because of dubida, we fall into the trap of param. Param is delusion. It seems like other where is also happiness, joyness. I can bring some more happiness in my life in that way as well, although we will not able to get it. It's just our delusion. So because of dubida, delusion arises. And in Guru Granth Sahib, dubida sometimes is called as in param, as in duja, duja pao. All those ways are related to dubida. But because of dubida, we fall into the trap of param. So let's try to understand a bit about param as well, and we'll continue more with dubida as it is related. So another example of param. Ekhandado ki pul tumma disam sohana. Cantaloupe, tarboos, we say in Punjabi. Kukar bitesi, it's in Punjabi it's tumma. Both looks like same. Both look same. But one is sweet, one is bitter. One is just sweet as sugar. Another is as bitter as like a poison, but looks the same. This is param, delusion. Pekhandado means watching. We are looking at something. Pekhandado ki pul, this mistake happens. Tumma disam sohna, and it looks so beautiful, although it tastes like a poison, so bitter, but it looks same. So this is how we fall into the trap. Sometimes voices looks beautiful, looks we may able to enjoy, but even if we just look at our experience, once we fall into the trap of lust and later we realize it was nothing. Once we fall into the trap of anger, later we just regret, but we are doing it again and again. Pekhandado ki pul tunma disam sopna. We are not able to recognize, and not only fruits. This is what happening while looking at people as well. चिट्टे जन के कपड़े मैले चित कठोर जियो, तिन मुख नाम न उपजै, दूजे व्यापी चोर जियो. Very beautifully Guru Nanak Sahib Ji is explaining us, telling us. Chitte jin ke kapde. Now, in the beginning, the first part was we fall into the trap of what is good or what is bad. Duality. The moment when we choose a path, for example, we have chosen a right path, we may have choose like we'll walk on the path of Almighty, righteousness. So there are also two options. There is again some param, delusion. If we are just trying to find goodness by looking, then we may fall into another trap of Dubida. This is चिट्टे जिनके कपड़े मैले चित कठोर जियो. As we are just able to see things, so we just fall into the trap of outside clothes, outlook. ਤਿੰਨ ਮੁਖ ਨਾਮ ਨਾ ਉਪਜੈ, ਦੂਜੈ ਵਿਆਪੇ ਚੋਰ ਜਿਉ. Duja. So as we just discussed, sometimes duja, duje is also meaning as duality. So duja vyape chorjio. Sometimes some people just look religious, but again, they are also fall into the same trap, or they are just trying to trap another people. And it is very easy to look religious than to be religious. If we want 1000 or 2000 flowers in just one day, plastic flowers, artificial flowers are possible with the machines, but real flowers are not possible. So fake, or just to create look, it is very easy that we can do in just one day. But to be religious, it will take more time. So delusion is sometimes we are not able to understand what is right, what is wrong. Although we have chosen a path, we may have chosen the path of Almighty. But then there are some people, those who may look religious, but they are not. And this is another problem. And this Dubida is the biggest disease. Gurbani is teaching us. तीरथ पर मैं रोग न छूटस, पढ़िया बाद विवाद पया, दुविधा रोग सो अधिक वडेरा. अधिक, too big, very deadly, biggest disease. Dubida rog so adhik vadera. Because of Dubida, we can fall into the trap of Param as well. Whatever we are able to see, that is not truth. And truth, we may not able to see. Definitely, then how could we do it? That also will find answers in the light of Gurbani. So, Tirath par main rog na chutas, even if we are going to religious places. Padaya baad vibad paya, even if we have read a lot of religious things. Baad vibad, just arguments. We are just increasing arguments. I have seen people, those who just learn religious things, they read religious scriptures, they read history just for the arguments, just to criticize people. So this is also point of view. Dubida rog so adhik vadera. So that is why Dubida, this duality, is not a small thing. We need to take it very seriously. Because here Guruji is not telling this is a rog, this is a disease. This is saying this is the biggest, very deadly, adhik vadera, bahut vadda, maya ka muhtaj paya, and just fall into the trap of maya as well. So this Dubida, because of Dubida, because we are not sure what I want, where should I go, we fall into another traps as well. So we need to take care of it. Maya ka muhtaj paya, dependent on maya. So this is not a small thing at all. Now, why do we need to take care of Dubida? Why do we need to come out of Dubida? As we are able to manage both things together. We are abusing people, we are getting angry, we are staying calm, we are reciting the name, we are doing seva, or maybe we are stealing something. Although everything is going into the balance, we are just trying to maintain both of the things. अनेक तीरथ जे जतन करे, ता अंतर की हमै कदे न जाए, जिस नर की दुविधा न जाए, धर्म राय तिस दे सजाए. That is why we need to get rid of Dubida, duality. Until unless We don't have the clear vision in our life until unless we don't surrender ourselves completely. This जिस नर की दुविधा ना जाए, until unless we are in doubt. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I recite the name of the Lord, or I can spend this same time while talking to someone or using other things? Dharam Raya is day sajaye till the time we'll get some punishments, which means we're going to get some more pains in our life, more troubles in our life, more problems in our life, because we are not able to manage our dubida, because we have two thoughts. Even if, for example, if we are crossing a road and we are just thinking, should I go right or left, we're not able to cross a road. Should I walk slowly or fastly, quickly? What should I do? If we are just thinking about it, whenever there is another, we will face some trouble for sure. Guru Nanak Sahib Ji is telling us, Dubida na pado. Now he's telling about himself. Dubida na pado, har bin hor na pujo. Hor, duality. He's saying, I have came far from dubida, from duality. Krishna Raj na par kar jama, Krishna naam bujai. By the name of the Lord, by reciting the name of the Lord, I have come across. Now, dubida cannot catch me. Now the thing is, Guru Nanak Sahib Ji definitely is a completely different thing. Guru Nanak Sahib Ji is the greatest personality. He is not into the traps of dubida and all. But now Guruji is telling us he has came out. Dubida is not able to control Guruji. But we are already in the dubida. Then how can we come out? How should we recite the name of the Lord? Krishna Naam Bujai. He gave us the thing. How can we come out? By the name, by the Naam. But where can we recite Naam? There is a place. Which place? Where should we go? What to do? होए एकत्र मिलहो मेरे पाई, दुविधा दूर करहो, live lie. If we are able to concentrate on one, and this is possible in the Sangat only. As we discussed earlier as well, if one person is able to connect, he will help others as well. One person's light will help other as well. If one person had put some perfume on his clothes, if someone is sitting next to him, he will also able to enjoy that fragrance. In the same way, hoye ikatra milho mere pai, dubida dur karho live laye. We can go far from dubida. There is only one way. Sangat will help us. We need good company. Without good company, it's not possible. We need good people around us. We need people, those who want to come out of it. Or maybe they are already working on it, because it's very subtle. We are going right, we are going left. Sometimes the same person, as we just heard a story as well, can be good and bad as well. But once we are going into the satsangat, we are able to do naam, we are able to recite his name, then we'll able to come out of it. Then what will happen? Na kich param na dubida buja, eko ek niranjan puja. Eko ek, only one. Then this kind of personality, once a person is out of dubida, then he just reciting only one, and he become one with that one to whom we call enlightened person. And that person, another people cannot make fool of him. He cannot fall into the trap of dubida, not even delusion, not param as well. Na kich param. As if we are looking at people, those who are wearing good religious clothes. Have to say religious clothes because sometimes we are just able to recognize a person by his clothes. So We may fall into the trap of clothes, but the one who becomes one with the Lord, he is outside the param as well. As we heard the story of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji. When Guru Nanak Sahib Ji was in Achal Batala, Guruji was in Batala city, and there was some saints, so-called saint, we can say. People were around them, and people were thinking these saints are able to see far, not only for this earth, they are able to see another earth and solar system and so many things. But the moment Guru Sahib Ji went there, he just exposed them. They were just putting a pot next to them where people were throwing some money. Guruji just put that pot, hold that pot and put it somewhere else. They could not able to find it, and Guruji said, you are able to see entire earth and all other things, but you are not able to see your pot. You are not able to see your ball. Where is it? Wow. So the one who becomes one with the Lord, then he's able to see everything. Kat kat ke antar ki janat. Lord is able to see everything, but the one who becomes one with the Lord, he becomes enlightened. Na kich param na dubida duja. No delusion, no dubida. Eko ek niranjan puja. Then he just becomes one with that Lord. But it will help. It will go slowly. Maybe right now we are doing both of the things, but slowly, we need to increase one thing and decrease another. If we are spending a lot of energy in another way, in social activities, we have so much time, but not for the spiritual or religious activities. We need to maintain the balance. We need to understand what is good, and until unless we're not able to concentrate on one. Here we are not saying leave all other things, but what is about our power, attachment, concentration. जैसे जल में कमल निराला. We need to understand while staying, we need to be on the situation of detachment. And once we're able to concentrate on one, जे एक होए त उगवे रुति हूँ रुत होए. This is Guru Nanak Sahib Ji's message. This is possible if we can be one, concentrate on one, then only it's possible. We need to come out of duality. This is how it will help us. So today we try to understand. Right now we are in the trap of duality. We are spending our time for good and for bad. We have time for religious activities, but for bad and other activities. We are speaking good stuff, but maybe we are abusing as well. We are donating some money, maybe we are stealing also. Sometimes we are so calm, sometimes we are angry, but we try. We need to work on it so that we can reach to the position, we can reach to the situation of oneness, where जो नर दुख में दुख नहीं मानना है, सुख स्नेह पै नहीं जाके कंचन में टी मानना है. He's always same. He's into the Anand. And if we get something, still he's smiling. Even if someone is cutting his body parts into the pieces, like by Mani Singh ji, band bhi koi cut raha hai, still he's smiling, and he's smiling in each and every time. This is possible if we becomes one with the Lord. May Guruji help us. May we all able to be strong as well, so that we can walk on the path of oneness and take care, or we need to get rid of our duality every time just thinking two thoughts. So Kurbani, Satsangat, Naam is going to help us. And one another thing, so every Wednesday we have lectures in English, every Friday we have lectures in Punjabi, and Saturday evening 4 p.m. we have Gurmukhi and Punjabi classes, where we are trying to understand, able to read and speak Punjabi. And in-person lectures we have Saturdays and on Sundays. Saturday morning 11 a.m. at Sikh Center, but from February we are moving all these lectures to Gurdwara. And Sunday, Soji Sunday, will be having lecture morning 10:30 in the morning. So now I request you, the entire Sangat. So as you are, I know you are listening every time you are joining lecture. So I request you all, if you got any thought, something in your mind that you feel, that you think could be helpful for all of us, or if you have any questions, you feel free to ask, feel free to share your views, your point of view, your feedback, suggestions, criticism, if any. So don't be shy. Now I'm giving you the option. You can unmute yourself one by one, unmute yourself, and please share your thought, because whatever thoughts in your mind which are not yours, it is just given by Vaheguruji. So kindly share with all of us. Thank you very much once again for giving your precious time, for joining. And once again, I turn over the floor to you entire Sangat. Kindly contribute. Vaheguruji ka Khalsa, Vaheguruji ki Fateh. हाँ जी वाहिगुरु जी. Anyone who would like to share something, ji? Don't be shy, please. हाँ जी. हाँ जी हरदीप जी, you are unmuted. Would you like to share something, ji?
Yeah. No, one is the other activities.
जी हरदीप जी.
Anji, very good lecture on duality, and you gave very good examples as well of Bhagat Kabir ji and also of Pai Joga Singh, this story. So Dubida is there always, yes, in our mind. In Bani, I think it is not to believe in too many like religious paths. It must be one, and believe in the one Almighty only, not in many gods and so on, is how I look at it. So in what you described today is how to achieve that, is to be in Sangat and concentrate and try to eradicate duality and be on the path of single-mindedness, which should lead us to happiness. Thank you. Vaheguruji ka Khalsa,
Khalsa, Vaheguruji ki Fateh. Thank you very much for your contribution. In just few words, you just summarize quickly. So thank you very much for your contribution. हाँ जी करतार जी, you are unmuted.
Vaheguruji ka Khalsa, Vaheguruji ki Fateh.
Vaheguruji ki Fateh ji.
Beautiful lecture is something that we always hear, we see. And like Penji say, we need to focus to be in oneness with the Lord. For me, duality, I feel, is like the two sides of a coin. One side you see something else, and on the other side you see something else. I feel every human being is born imperfect, but we pretend to be perfect because we want to show the world that, they dikhawa. We want to show them that, I'm kind, I'm good, I do seva, I do part, I do this, I do that, I donate, like you said. But behind, when they are in their own house, between their four walls, then you see the actual person, the selfishness, the cruelty, or the kind of words they use with their family. So everybody is born imperfect with these two sides, one good, one bad. It is how you behave defines you as what kind of a person you are. That is what I feel about duality, right? You can behave one way towards the public to show what kind of a perfect person you are. But within your own family, you are something else.
Yes.
I feel that is the truth in this world, because every one of us is imperfect. Nobody is perfect. To be perfect, then you need to accept and understand your imperfections and change to be perfect. It is all a matter of your mind and your mindset, and it's up to you to understand and focus on what you want to be truthful to yourself, or truthful to the Lord, or truthful to the public. Thank you very much,
Exactly.
Master Ji.
Thank you very much, Kartarji, for your contribution. Yes, you just related to daily life. We are showing other face to the world and different face to the family. We need to be one there as well. We need to be polite, not in front of people, not in front of society, but even if we are alone with our family, then also we need to show some kindness, politeness, which is also a part and much needed. So really appreciate. Thank you very much for your contribution, Kartarji.
Thank you, Master Ji.
Thank you, ji. Hanji Charan Singh ji, you are unmuted. Would you like to share something?
जी वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू फतेह जी
वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह जी.
Thank you, ji. Wonderful lesson. And really through what we are all going through this, those who are already on the path, they find it very, very difficult to do it. Because 1 minute we are positive, and next minute when we see a chance to do something, as Pandit Kartarkar just mentioned, that we become something else. Like people by Yoga Singh couldn't control himself. By Yoga Singh also, after the whole life he devoted to Guru Gobind Singh Ji. And finally he came back and he wanted to show how honest and truthful he was, devotee of Guru Gobind Singh. But then at night, this is what devotee is all about. We overcome this by the solution. Just now I said is by get to Sangat and get Islam. Eko jithe eko naam wakhani hai. Uthe yes Sangat hai. Okay, ji, Vahejiga.
Vaheguਰੂ ji ki fateh. Thank you very much, Harcharan ji. You always participate and share some views with all of us. So we always feel so happy. So really appreciate. Thank you very much once again. Hanji, any other Sangat member ji who wants to share something ji? Hanji Pal ji, you are unmuted.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh Ji. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share. I was having the duality today. Should I mute or should I unmute? Should I mute or should I unmute? That's also a duality. So listening to your lecture and all the thoughts of everyone else, I was thinking there are always two extremes. But मैं ना थोड़ा broad-minded होके सोच रहा था, see, is there also any benefit in sometimes having this sense of dualism? And maybe it helps us if we just think outside the box. It will give us an opportunity to reflect on the greatness both about ourselves and also the world around us. Number two, it teaches us that if God is within and also God is without, that may be the beautiful part about looking at duality in a positive sense. And if we are not having this sense of duality, life will be very dull. It will be very one-dimensional. So in a way, duality, I know in Gurdwara is always speaking about the idea of a reflection of the sun in the picture. There's a beautiful Shabad Deva Pahan Tariyale Je. Oi ek Shabad no asi discuss kar liye na. In that one Shabad, if there's time, I won't take too much time, but in that one Shabad alone, it teaches us, just like the reflection of the water, the reflection of the sun in a pitcher of water, the moment the pitcher breaks, the reflection goes. Suddenly you realize there was not two, there was not one sun in the sky and one in the pitcher of water. And in the same way, there are a lot of other Shabads in Gurdwara that says, in the darkness of the night, the man woke up, he was going to the bathroom, he saw what was a rope on the floor and he thought that was a snake and he ran and he screamed. So there are many such examples. So I think duality seemingly is a division between what is real and what is our belief system. So ਜਦੋਂ reality and belief system ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਾਹਰ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ duality ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੋੜ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ. Now psychologists je dekhiye na, ota isnu kende ne vadda disorder. It's a great disorder. You have an individual personality problem. Sometimes you are Dr. Jekyll and sometimes you are Mr. Hyde. Jis tarah tusi pai Joga ji di sakhi sunai si, eta bahut psychology which we bahut deep jande han. But how do we transcend this duality? You already told us, aao milo ikatar hovo mere pai dubda dur karo. But I think the other way to transcend duality is to release the past and never worry about the future. Let us learn to live in oneness. Let us learn to live in this movement. Jo piche ho gaya, it is okay. It is gone. I am sorry, God. Please forgive me. Thank you, Ji. And I love you too. Do not help me worry about the future. Jo hoega, so hoega. But the moment we start living in the present today, we integrate both sides of the coin. Then we will learn to accept ourselves first, number one. Then we will let go of the fear of losing control. And number 3, once we surrender to the truth that, oh my God, you are the one who is always taking care of me. So maybe in conclusion, we should do a ardas that man re duja pao chukaye. Oh my mind, let us give out this love for duality, because antar tere har vase. Within you, there is that already, that supreme Lord, force, creative being, God, Vaheguruji, Guru Seva, Sukhapai. And if you come and serve the holy, serve the beautiful people, you shall also be saved. Because let us be warned, Tujhe paye ko na mile, fir aave jai. If we don't break away from these dualities of the life, we will have to be born and die again. And the only way to break away is come to the lessons that we are being taught every day, because bin shabad parmaye dubda dore pur. Guruji says, without the shabad, we are in love with everything else around the world, and we forgot that Gobind milan ki e teri bariya. This was a golden opportunity we had to merge with the Lord. Thank Guruji kende jini naam visarya duje kare lag. Those people who have forgotten the naam, do not wake up at Amrit Vela and do not sing the praises of the Lord. They are attached to duality. Ki hoega tareg jivan dohagani muthe muthi duje pae. It is like a beautiful bride. क्योंकि तुसी भाई जोगा जी दी कहानी सुनाई, साखी सुनाई, मैंने याद आ गया, ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ brides of God, Vaheguru ji, हाँ, but we are those brides who have been discarded, who have discarded ourselves from the love of God. And Guruji says, "Tareg jeevan dohagani," those brides who have forgotten to love God, but they are in the love with duality, the world itself. We are deceived by the love of duality. So our ardas kariye, jada shabad, if you have time, please do this homework. Go and look up a shabad, Dev karo daya, mohe marg pavo, lavo jit pe bandhan tute. Please connect us, O Lord. Give us your mercy that we may walk on the right path, not the right and the left, but the correct path, so that the bonds of fear, duality shall be broken away. Fir janam maran, dukh fed karam, sukh ji janam te chute. Then the pains of birth and death, those that comes from our past actions and karma, will be taken away. Only peace will remain. Our soul will be released from this cycle of reincarnation. I thank you once again for this beautiful opportunity to share. Forgive me for any mistakes, but duality, that is going to go away the moment we chant, the moment we sing, the moment we come here on Zoom every week and learn more. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki
Vaheguru Ji
Fateh Ji.
ki Fateh Ji. Thank you very much, Pal Ji, for sharing a lot of things with us, for sharing your wisdom, for sharing your knowledge with all of us, so that we all can get some more benefit. So thank you very much for your contribution, Pal Ji.
Thank you, Ji.
Ji. Hanji, any other Sangat member Ji who wants to contribute, wants to share something, or any suggestion or feedback, whatever comes to your mind, don't keep it with yourself. Please share as everyone is sharing, as Kartar Ji, Pal Ji, Harcharan Ji, Hardeep Ji shared. So please don't be shy. Hanji, any other Sangat member Ji? Okay, so request you all, kindly unmute yourselves, so that we all can say Gur Fateh together, and we'll meet in our upcoming lectures as well. And thank you once again. Thank you very much everyone for joining, for sharing your point of views, and really appreciate. So let's all say Gur Fateh together. Sare pyar na lakhna ji. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh ji. Thank you everyone.
Master Ji and everybody. Thank you.